Hello, hello. Today we are reviewing the WMCT teams for the first ever event, which is pretty hype. Now, because it's the first event, I will do a short little analysis of the games before we get into the teams. But anyway, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and maybe even subscribe. But yeah, let's get into the game analysis first. We have portal tag first, which is essentially just tag, but there are multiple portals you can go through. They're color coordinated, and then the one in the middle is obviously random. And it's basically just an individual game. Points are based off survival. So this is basically just individual. And I don't think there'll be too much strategy for this. Beam battle is essentially sumo, basically, just on a platform that could decrease. So I definitely think this will be better for PvP players, and is also way more individual than pretty much the other games, other than Portal Tag, in my opinion. So yeah. Then we have gem collectors, which is a round robin base game, and there's different gems. Now they are different rarities, so this could be very interesting. You also have trivia to actually bank the gems. So it is a PvP game, but it's more team oriented, and I don't think you get points for kills. It's only gems, so this will definitely be very interesting on how it plays. Next up, we have survival games, which is pretty basic. Everyone knows it. The only major thing is that instead of a border, we have sections that close off. So that's the only major thing. So obviously you're gonna want your team alive as long as possible. That way you have player advantage. But yeah, pretty simple. Dungeon Divers is not simple to explain, but in short, each floor has a different way of getting points, all very unique to each other. Now there is technically one more game that is on the website, which is Impatient Escapist. However, it does not show any information on it. So we will not be covering that game. But there are 6 games, so yeah. Now into the team review. First off, we have Team Ruby with It's Blues, A Hat, In the Lad, and Riffs. Now technically, at the time of recording this, A Hat got subbed out for Plushie, which is actually crazy. So we're gonna be talking about Plushie instead of A Hat. But anyway, obviously Plushie is very good, and obviously I don't know how much event experience will matter, but it probably will matter a decent amount. But Plushie is overall just a very good all rounder, which will definitely help. Now the games seem a bit more PvP oriented, but there are some team based games. So yeah, and then we have Ian, who's pretty decent actually. I mean, he's pretty good. Maybe not as strong in PvP, but everything else he's pretty solid in. He's pretty good. And then we have Blues, who I think is also another decent player. Not too strong in everything. And then we have Riffs, who I have no idea about. I'm assuming they're at least okay, but I don't know them too well. But yeah, this is pretty solid team right here. Next up, we have Team Topaz with Furcon, Avery, Slater Pro, and Defect. Now, in my opinion, this team is pretty like strong. Avery is a very like good player, like similar to Flushy. She's very like good all rounded. No, obviously, and I feel like this will definitely have like good comms because I feel like they know each other like a decent amount. Defect is very like decent as well. Like maybe like not the best at times, but he definitely can do like pretty well if like told in like a way he can understand the game. And then we have Slater, who may not be the best at some things, but he's definitely not like the worst. And then we have Vercon, who in my opinion is actually pretty like decent. She can definitely like perform well in certain situations. Now, I definitely think this team could possibly do well in SG and probably gem collectors, but obviously none of these people have played it, so we don't know yet. But that's what I think at the very least. So yeah. Next up, we have Team Vivianite with Sinji Plays, Irish Potato, Gigi the Puppy, and Peters HD. Now, Peters did say this might be his last like Minecraft event ever, which is pretty like sad because he's a like decent player and he's also like a pretty cool POV to watch. But yeah, he's pretty like decent when like certain teams. Obviously, if we're looking at like Minecraft events or his last Minecraft event in general, he didn't do like the best, but he's still like a very good all around player. And then we have Irish, who is definitely a very well all rounded player. Not very good, like not too good at anything, but not too bad at anything. Very like middle of the road. And then we have Sinji, who I don't know very well either, but I'm gonna assume they're also like pretty like decent. Then we have Gigi, who's also like similar to like Irish, like not like too good at anything, but not like necessarily like too bad. So this is definitely a very like all-rounded team, not too strong at anything, but not like too weak in anything in that regard. But yeah. Last but not least, we have Team Sapphire with Bear Cancel, Gnarly Popcorn, Rubixel, and Titanium Zombie. Now, TZ is a bit of a goofy man. Uh, in a Prime event I played with him, he hid in a wall for um basically the entire event, and he got second. So he's definitely a goofy man as far as how good he is. He's not the best, but at least he's like okay. And then we have Bear, who she's like very good, like pretty cracked in my opinion. Like she's not that weak in anything. Like she's like just decently strong, all rounded. And then we have Rubixel, who in his last event did very well. So it'll be interesting to see how well he'll perform in this because he usually doesn't do like too amazing. And then we have Gnarly Popcorn, which I don't really know what to say about them because I don't know like they how good they are. They're like at least like pretty decent, but I don't think they've competed in like that many, if a lot of Minecraft events, which makes it harder for me to judge how good they'll do. I think he's like pretty decent. And that is it for this WMCT like game overview and teams review. Now, actually do have predictions for this, even though I think it could probably be anyone's game. But for the predictions, I have Team Sapphire last, Team Vivianite third, and Team Ruby second, and then Team Topaz first. But anyway, as far as the next video I will do, it'll probably be either Pandora's Box or Block Wars Origins, or it'll be both. Who knows? I'm not really sure. This is going to be coming out very late because I went on vacation and I didn't have time to record beforehand. But anyway, that is it for this video. Bye!